All right, let's talk about something that trips up so many English learners. Past simple versus present perfect. What's the real difference? Well, today, we're going to clear that up for good. We'll look at exactly when to use each one, the common mistakes everyone makes, and of course, a ton of examples. So let's just dive right in.
So, here's our game plan. We'll start with the past simple, then move on to the present perfect. After that, we'll put them side by side to really see the difference, look at some common mistakes, and then, you guessed it, a little quiz to make sure it all sticks.
Okay, first up, the past simple. Now, if you remember just one thing about this tense, let it be this. It's all about actions that are completely finished. Done. Over. In the past.
So what does that really mean? It means the action started in the past, it ended in the past, and, this is key, it has zero connection to right now. It's like a closed chapter in a book. The story's over.
And making it is super simple. You just take your subject and use the past form of the verb. For regular verbs, you just add ed, like worked or played. For the tricky, irregular ones, the word changes completely, like go becomes went or see becomes saw. So when do we actually use this? Well, the number one use is for completed actions that happened at a specific time. See those words on screen? Yesterday, in 2020, at 7 p.m. These are your signal words. If you know exactly when something happened and you say it, you're going to use the past simple.
Use number 2 is for a finished period of time. So if you say, I studied English last year, well, last year is completely over, right? Or here's a great example. She lived in London for 2 years. The key thing that tells you is she doesn't live there now. That whole 2-year period is in the past.
And third, we use it for past routines or habits, things you used to do but don't do anymore. Like, when I was a kid, I played football every day. The reason this is past simple is because that time, when I was a kid, is totally finished. All right, so that's the past simple, all about finished actions. Now let's switch gears and talk about the present perfect. And here, the big idea, the key word, is connection. A connection to now. So what is it exactly? Well, the present perfect talks about something that happened in the past, but at an unspecified time. And the most important part is that it has some kind of result or relevance right now. Think of it like a bridge that connects the past to the present. The way we build this one is a little different. You need a little helper verb, have or has, and then you add the past participle. Words like seen, gone, or finished. So you get sentences like, I have seen, or she has gone. Okay, so when do we use it? The first big one is for life experiences. We're not saying when it happened because it's not important. If I say I have visited Japan, I'm just telling you about an experience in my life. The date doesn't matter. The focus is on the experience itself. And this leads us to a super important rule. Please remember this. With the present perfect, you cannot say a specific finished time. It's just wrong to say, I have visited Japan last year. The second you add last year, you have to switch. You have to say, I visited Japan last year. Past simple.
Use number 2 is for actions that started back in the past but are still happening now. This is where you'll almost always see the words for and since. So if I say, I have lived in Sydney for 2 years, what does that mean? It means I started living here 2 years ago and I still live here today. It's an unfinished, ongoing action.
And our third big use case is for recent actions that have a result right now. This is a great one. If I say I have lost my keys, sure, the losing part happened in the past, but what's the result now? The result is I can't get in my house. The focus is all on the present problem. Okay, now for the best part. Let's put these two tenses side by side. This is where it's all going to click and make perfect sense. Okay, look at this. On the left, past simple. I saw the movie last night. See? Specific time. It's finished. But now look at the bottom two examples. This is the magic. I lived in Sydney for 5 years. Past simple. This means I don't live there anymore. That time is over. Now switch it. I have lived in Sydney for 5 years. Present perfect. That means I still live there. See that? Just changing from lived to have lived completely changes the meaning. It's all about whether the action is finished or if it continues now.
All right, now let's talk about the common mistakes. And honestly, we've all made them. By looking at these, you can make sure you avoid them yourself. Okay, let's break these down. The first one is the classic mistake. You see, last year, that's a finished time. So you have to use past simple. It's, I visited Italy last year. Simple as that. Next, if you still live there, the action isn't finished. So you need the present perfect. I have lived here for 2 years. Now for the third one. Before is an unspecified time. It's a general life experience. So present perfect is the right choice. I have seen that actor before. And finally, if you want to tell me about your problem right now, you'd say, I have lost my keys, because the result is that you can't find them at this moment.
Okay, you've seen the rules, you've seen the examples, now it's your turn. Let's test your knowledge. I'm going to show you a sentence. You try to fill in the blank. Say it out loud. Ready?
Okay, first one. I see that movie yesterday. What do you think?
The answer is saw. I saw that movie yesterday. Why? Because you see that key word, yesterday. It's a specific finished time.
All right, number 2. She lived here for 10 years. And the big clue is she still lives here.
And the correct answer is has lived. She has lived here for 10 years because the action started in the past and is still going on now. Okay, here's the last one. They finish the report. And the hint is it's ready now. The answer is have finished. They have finished the report. Because we're focusing on the present result, which is that the report is ready to go. And there you have it. It really boils down to one simple idea, doesn't it? Past simple is for things that are finished and over. Present perfect is for anything that has a bridge, a connection to right now. So the question for you is, how can you use this to talk about your life, your experiences, your job, your story? Now you've got the tools to do it with confidence.